Let's have a closer look at how you can manage parameters in the System of Systems template. To create parameters, you need to create a configuration parameter work item. This is a very simple work item, so don't expect too much. So you provide a title, you provide a description, and in the description you can also add constraints like minimum and maximum values of the parameter. But so far there are no checks yet if your value is wrong or is not according to the provided constraints. So it's just a textual information that you can add in the description. There are two important things that you need to provide. The first one is the ID. That will be the reference that you use in your requirement description. And then a value. There are two options for values: plain string or rich text. Rich text can be an image. Basically, it's a rich text field which is then used in the description later on. So how can we reference the parameter? To do that, we have to go into the requirement description and add a link, or not a link, but a specific macro which references the ID of our parameter. And you put that ID into brackets, and the brackets are the sign for the SOS template to interpret this as a parameter. And now you see, if you click on the requirement on the right side, you get the corresponding parameter value rendered. And you can do that as many times as you want in any object, also in risks or test cases. It's a very simple query that is executed. On the document properties, you have the option to render the complete document. This is a bit heavy operation because it's a string replacement that actually happens, but it will give you the resolved specification with all the parameters inside. Take this as a starting point and adjust the rendering to your own needs. Let's briefly add another reference to our just created parameter. So I'll edit that requirement here and I add a reference here as well. Okay, and if we go now to the linked configuration parameter work item, it's nice that we can also see from here all the linked requirements, or not the linked, but the requirements which reference that parameter. So you have an immediate overview on where's this parameter reused in your specification. So that means when you change the parameter, you can check before or upfront what is the impact of changing that parameter. Polarion has also a concept of parameters for test cases. And what we can do now is automatically create a test case parameter using this workflow function. This will create a test parameter with the same ID, so that now if I want to reference that parameter in my test steps, I can use the Polarion parameter work item. This is kind of a workaround, but I still find it helpful because you don't have to do this manually, and whenever you need to reference the parameter, you can update the parameter with this workflow action in the configuration parameter and make it available in your test step. So let's briefly have a look at how we can change the configuration parameter in a different system version. It's the same concept as you have with requirements and test cases. You need to overwrite it, and then you just add the corresponding value. So in my case, I just change it to 2 kilograms, and that's basically it. As the SOS template knows to which system that parameter belongs to, it automatically finds the correct work items which reference that parameter, and you can see how the requirements will be rendered. And that's basically it.